and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Find out if it makes sense for us to work together at 651-204-3000. Again, that's 651-204-3000.
Midwest Money Management, 17316 Kenyon Avenue, Suite 104, Lakeville, Minnesota. Securities offered through Parkland Securities, LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC. Midwest Money Management is independent of Parkland Securities, LLC. The Minnesota Real Estate Show is here to provide real estate tips and knowledge to help you. Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Put the #1 real estate team in Minnesota to work for you. Visit mnrealestateshow.com or call 612-294-6949.
The Minnesota Real Estate Show.
Hey, where you heading, Easy Rider? Chasing the...
Not just there for that one special day anymore. We're there for every day with beautiful and affordable fashion jewelry starting at only $100. The Fashion Jewelry Boutique, now open at Wedding Day Diamonds.
It's time to buy 5, save 5 at Cub. Save $5 for every 5 items you buy with My Cub Rewards. Buy another 5, save another 5. There's no limit. Mix and match on over 900 items throughout the store and buy 5, save 5 today. Get Tostitos chips, final price $1.99 when you buy any 5 participating items. And Kemp's Simply Crafted ice cream, final price $2.99 when you buy any 5 participating items. Buy 5, save 5. My Cub, my way.
Incredible savings on the best and most energy-efficient windows available. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus Bulbs. Fan forecast.
From the Air Mechanical Weather Center, 68 overnight, sunny tomorrow with a high near 96.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives. Visit Batteries Plus in-store, curbside, and online to save $30 on X2 Power boat batteries. For offer details and limitations, visit batteriesplus.com.
Back to Barrero, live in the 651 Carpets, home of the Next Day Install Studios. On FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Well, it's that time again, and I have a hunch that the timing here, there's always good material, I think, each week for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you get a freebie. You get a gift from God. And I dare say the news that a brand spanking new, basically Love Boat 2.0, is headed to Lake Minnetonka for 2 weeks from Friday is a gift that many of our contributors, Dr. Dan Inbox contributors, are taking full advantage of.
Yeah, and there's a couple of ways to do that. Throw all of them out at once.
Yes.
Or sprinkle them in.
Which direction have you chosen to go?
I think we're going to do the sprinkle.
Okay.
We're going to do the sprinkle. Thank you, Wedding Day Diamonds, by the way, for bringing us Dr. Dan's Inbox every single Thursday, right around 4:30, unless Dan's on a political rant that has the Bradshaw and Bryan Inbox on fire, and then it's closer to 4:45. But it's usually 4:30 thanks to Wedding Day Diamonds.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Very parched today.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters.
It's getting hotter, that's why.
Dear Dr. Dan, I noticed that you, Jay Gard, D from Woodbury, and B. Molesky aren't talking about me like I'm the next Kay Bryant anymore. Was it something I said? Or was it my 19 for 64 shooting and getting swept by the M-Bucks? I'll ask, should I accept that my run last season was a complete fluke? Or should I continue to believe that I actually am Kay Bryant and force yet another trade because it's probably all T Hero's fault? Meanwhile, I am actually about to sign probably a max contract extension this summer with a team that will never contend for a title again because as the next K. Bryant, I know I deserve that money. Best wishes, Jay Butler.
We call it the fairness and flattery section of the program. I'm actually surprised it's taken this long for the anti-Butler fans to surface.
That particular writer, by the way, I emailed him back. He's a frequent listener and tweeter of ours, one of our biggest, most loyal listeners.
Okay.
He emailed me at like 5:30 this morning.
Very excited about it?
And I just said, you've had that in the holster for a while.
Well, what's funny is I thought maybe you'll tell me, be patient, that we were going to get 2 or 3 as it related to the rather precipitous collapse in the playoffs of one Tom T. Thibodeau.
Just wait one more letter.
So I had a hunch that'd be coming too. Here's what I would say. It was be foolish for Dr. Dan to pretend it was not a very disappointing playoff series for the Miami Heat against the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, they got basically there was one competitive game, right? The first game that went into OT.
That was it.
Butler shot badly, but here's what I'll come back with. Jay Butler shooting that badly is still a better two-way player than anybody the Minnesota Timberwolves have. And if you look at, I'm assuming they left this out purposefully, a number of the other numbers from Jay Butler's box score. He had at least one triple-double. I think he almost had a second one. Point is, and I'll throw this in too, and this will be a foreshadowing for the Knicks/Tibbs ripping that's coming next. Jimmy Butler does not have, at this point, I'd say, you look at that roster and you go, it's a nice roster. But if he's not scoring, and who's the guy who came out of nowhere last year in the draft?
Tyler Hero.
When I say come out of nowhere, he was taken pretty highly.
Yep.
But he collapsed this year. And so if they got nobody else to score, Jay Butler's got no choice but to continue to try to put up shots. So bottom line, bad finish. Can't deny it. Fairness and flattery. Would I take him back? In a hot minute, Dr. Dan would take him back.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, well. What do you think of T. Thibodeau and Jay Butler now? I still have faith in G. Rosas and C. Finch to turn this team into a winner. By the way, do you know of any good lawyers that can help me with some recent lawsuits and legal troubles? I've come into some recent funds, so money's not going to be an issue, but I do have a few hurdles to clear. Well, off to sign some illegal under-the-table deals, since that will be an M. Laurie and A. Rodriguez problem in the future. G. Taylor.
So G. Taylor may be kind of reveling in the fact that it ended rather unceremoniously for the New York Knicks and T. Thibodeau. I don't even know where to begin on this one.
Speaking of bad rosters,
all I can tell you is I told you so. I predicted this a week ago. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. And I said the unfortunate position that T. Thibodeau is in is that by overachieving with one of the least talented rosters in all of professional basketball, he raised the level of expectation to absurdity. There is not a GM in the league who would say that the Atlanta Hawks talent or that the Knicks talent is anywhere close to the Atlanta Hawks talent. Add to that, Jay Randall, who had emerged as a star for the Knicks this year, most improved player under the tremendous guidance and tutelage of T. Thibodeau, shot worse than Jay Butler. He was awful.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up, I think, for the tournament shooting 29%, but that includes the last game where he was near 500. Before that, he was like about 22%. So it was predictable, but that's Tibbs being victimized by, they had no business, even in the Eastern Conference, being a number 4 seed, but you raise yourself that high, you sweep Atlanta during the regular season. Well, what happened? You guys weren't even competitive. Can anybody out there name 2 New York Knickerbockers?
Well, Wolves fans can, because it's D. Rose and T. Gibson.
That's it.
guys that we had.
And that's the other thing. We all love the D-Rose story, but D-Rose is 5 years past his prime. I mean, when you have to count on him to the degree you do, you're asking for trouble. So not at all surprised, but I don't sadly expect any measure of context from the oppressor haters, the Tibbs haters, who now think they've been vindicated that indeed he's not only a bad general manager, he's an overrated coach.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
How about T. Young bowing at the end yesterday and then doing the Broadway line? Did you see that?
I did not. I heard about it.
Great line.
Yeah,
great line.
He was very good.
He's very good.
He definitely seemed to enjoy playing the R. Miller, the Reggie Miller,
no question,
position as one of the anti-heroes at the God.
Dear Dr. Dan, call me old-fashioned, but I believe you get paid for a hard day's work. You need to show up every day. If you have a mosquito bite or a little scrape, you show up and you work. Something has happened since I retired. I can no longer keep track of who is working in my former profession. For example, I look at the M Twins. I can't figure out who any of these guys are. Do they just pick players from the crowd each night? Does their training program consist of those who can eat the most mini donuts? Jay Maurer looks like an Iron Man at this point. Set me straight on this, Dr. Dan. C. Ripken.
I don't know. It's apparently we're finding out that the Twins are not the only team that are that a lot of baseball teams have all kinds of injury issues, and now that's the new soul searching about what does that tell you about training methods, whatever. It is uncanny, but I'm Dr. Dan still worried that as a result of the number of injuries we've had, the team dysfunction is going to be let off the hook way, way, way too easily. For example, injury, the reason that your guy Colomé got just, I think, did he give up a 3-run dong last night? He gave
Something
up another
like
home run, or he gave up another series of runs. And so that's a good example of somebody who was brought in with pretty good bona fides, who just hasn't played particularly well. Injuries have absolutely hurt this team and have made it impossible for them to even think about getting back in the mix. But let's not forget the level of dysfunction among relief pitchers, starting pitchers even before the injuries began, defensive breakdowns, and some of the most hideous hitting, even when it was main guys. We get Buxton's been gone for a while, but a number of other guys have not really done nearly enough. Sano's been, as usual, too streaky. So I think it's fair game to wonder about training methods at this point. I really do. I honestly do. I don't think that's a joke, but I hope to goodness that it's not a crutch that Falvine will use as if, well, just one of those years. You know, you get them. Some years you're healthy, some years you're not, and that ends up being the reason, the number one reason given for why the ball guys make another series of excuses for the Twins that they were nowhere near as good as advertised.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, what says Viking more than a long boat? Or in this case, a reminiscence of Love Boat. Consider it our remembrance of the late, great G. McLeod as C. Stubing. We'll have more than one gopher here. The university has a famous one. F. Smoot and Smut go hand in hand. Mount McKinney, not just a nickname. For some, it's a destination. And tight ends, we'll have plenty in a couple of Friday nights. Along with special guest B. Chamberlain. Come aboard. We're expecting you, R. Griffith.
I was kind of hoping that was from B. McKinney. I am looking at a B. McKinney Instagram.
Yeah.
From, I think, 2 days ago. And have you seen it?
I don't think I have.
It reads, Ladies Love Wednesdays. It's headlined Between the Sheets, hosted by Brian McKinney.
The stories a stadium could tell.
Between the Sheets.
That's a good podcast right there.
Hosted by Brian McKinney, Wednesday, June 2. And then it looks like a hashtag, Ladies Love Wednesday. So what the hell is this? What is he hosting?
Okay, calm down.
Is that an exotic dance night deal? Is that a club night deal?
I don't know.
But we're going to need to get to the bottom of it because he's going to be one of the big-time hosts. He was a big-time host on Love Boat 1. the original Love Boat, and he apparently is going to be he's the link. He's the conduit, the link to the original Love Boat.
Yeah.
On Love Boat 2.0.
It's only right that he's a part of it.
Between
the Sheets.
The Sheets, hosted by Bryant McKinney.
I wonder if that's an iHeartRadio featured podcast. You know? I wonder
if it'll make money. It's only a matter of time until it is.
It didn't come up in our town hall meeting last week.
Did not?
No, I didn't. Between the Sheets didn't come up with Mr.
Give it time.
With Mr. Pittman.
Give it time.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters
every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, the last few days, a lot of people have speculated that the reasons for my retirement surrounded the transfer portal or players getting paid for their image and likeness. I tried to downplay those things by saying it was because of my family. Honestly, the real reason is something that R. Williams, S. Miller, J. Calipari, B. Self, and I were talking about on a group text the other day. Shoe company recruiters aren't what they used to be. Is this an okay reason for calling it a day? Sincerely, M. Krzyzewski.
Well, we're going to have a whole year. It's going to be a tough year
for the Duke haters,
and for the Duke lovers, quite frankly, because the Duke haters will be working overtime, retching because of an endless series of testimonies and testimonials on behalf. I mean, this is his victory lap, right? Basically, is what he's going to do.
100%.
Because he could have retired right now.
Yes.
By the way, who's going to replace him? Do we know?
John Shire.
Is that already official?
It is official.
Oh.
Yes. He's an assistant coach there now.
Okay.
Was on that 2010 team where you and I were in Indy.
To it?
We'll find out. Only time will tell, Davey.
Man. So
I am seeing, here's what people are already doing. Shire was the main recruiter on, Jay Tatum and Z Williamson and all these things. And I get it. He's on the staff. It's like, let's get serious. It's Coach K. And someone's like, let's see who the real dynasty is, Duke or Coach K. It's Coach K.
It is Coach K.
I mean, it's Duke, obviously. He's built it up, and it might go beautifully. It's worked before, but, man, that's a big hill to climb if you're Jay Shire.
USA Today, perhaps trying to stir it up. It's smart to that extent. Has Coach K, they have a new list, and I don't know if it's one person or a consortium, suggesting that in the all-time college basketball coaching rankings, Mike Krzyzewski is not behind John Wooden. He is ahead of him. He is number one. They have, I think, Wooden second. Can't remember who's third. Knight is sixth. I think R. Pitino, not Richard, Rick is 8, something like that.
Yep.
But whether they really believe Coach K is number one or not, they were brilliant making him number one. Because if you make him 2 or 3 behind Wooden, there's nobody's reacting.
No.
Right? They're going, okay, well, I don't like him, or he's
Makes
annoying
sense
to me, but he's got to be there. But if you put him ahead of Wooden, you put him number one, then you're going to get people's attention.
Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the great time. We love you, Dan.
I keep forgetting to email him. I need to do it. I still like to get him on sometime this summer. B. Walton.
You better do it. I assume Grateful Dead's about to kick off a 50-city tour, and he's probably going to be riding along with them.
So Scoggins wrote about the portal. So now what's the date threshold here where everything is he just write about it because he wanted to write about it, or is there some threshold date that means everybody's in the pool?
Well, I think he wrote about it because recruiting has basically opened back up, like contact periods.
Right. Okay.
Like if you notice, like Gophers have had camps all week. June 1st is when
June 1.
Basically everybody's been able to go do visits and stuff. Like Ben Johnson's got a whole week of Minnesota kids lined up visiting. PJ's got camps going on right now. It's open now. So people are being able to contact. It's just, I think, more of a general recruiting.
Are there any truth to the rumors that R. Pitino, as in Richard Pitino, is going to be coming back here soon to continue to nurture that Minnesota pipeline that he made so important to him when he coached here? No reason why he can't continue that with the Lobos.
Yeah, the next question. This is high-level competitive stuff here.
I had to say it.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Letters. Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, I feel like I need to take out an ad in the Star Tribune like Jordan when he came back to save the day. How does this headline sound? I'm back. Not real original, I know, but the fans will understand. Let me cover 2 things. Number 1, will Blue Chew chewables deliver to boats? Number 2, I have an extra ticket. Are you in? Sincerely,
up.
F. Smoot. I knew when he took a drink right at Blue Chew it was going to be an issue. It's going to be a problem. Will Blue Chew deliver to boats? We'll have to ask.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Discreet packaging.
That's for sure. I will be very disappointed if F. Smoot does not make a guest appearance on Love Boat 2.0 2 weeks from tomorrow.
How do they not do
Lake
it?
Minnetonka. If you're going to go with it, I mean, if you're doing this at all, you're doing it with a wink, right? I mean, that's the whole point. There's no other reason to do it, correct? You're having fun with it. And so if you're going to have fun with it, you might as well go all the way with it. And so at the very least, I'd like to see F. Smoot here. And I'm still very skeptical of the idea of this is a 2-hour cruise. Even Gilligan's Island, the Gilligan cruise is 3 hours.
Right.
You got to go 3 hours, a 3-hour tour, don't you?
Well, a lot of those dinner cruises, though, on Lake Minnetonka, they want to get the next boat out there.
I didn't think this was meant to be a dinner cruise.
Well,
exactly.
Food's available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm wondering, like I said, can you extend it? Or is there another boat? Is there like an after party? Because with Brian McKinney, there's always an after party. There's the pre-party.
Between the sheets.
There's the party.
Any question about that.
And there's the after party. So I have to imagine that they've got that as well.
Is B. McKinney between the sheets during these performances? What's the deal here?
I'm not sure.
Got to get more information on this thing.
We're going to have to subscribe.
Yeah, maybe so.
Got a couple of more to walk off on.
All right.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, to paraphrase what Sir C. Barkley once said to you, we aren't paid enough to watch this bleep every night. Any suggestions? C. Provis D. Gladden.
Wow. Speaking of Barkley, did you see what he is starting how his new nickname for Anthony Davis?
Street clothes.
Street clothes.
And Ernie,
so vicious.
It's vicious. And I love
so brilliant.
I love Ernie was just trying to get the hell out of there.
Was he?
Yeah, like he just thought, it was vicious. And so he's trying not to
street clothes.
Doesn't want to be associated with it. Street clothes is a great nickname. They followed up on it. He goes, what'd you call? Street clothes.
Street clothes. Tonight they play again, don't they?
I think both LA teams have pivotal game 5s tonight.
No.
Pivotal game 6s.
No, the Clippers. No, because the Clippers lost the Mavericks last night.
Oh, so they're down 3-2.
They're down 3-2, going back to Dallas. Dallas can wrap it up. What was the question again? Oh,
C. Provis and D. Gladden.
Yeah, I like listening to them. I mean, they have fun with it. They do the best they can with it. But the sad reality is now there's a chance it's about to get really bad because even if you say, well, they're better than their record, just give them a chance to get the band back together. The band ain't coming back together, right? I mean, they're throwing people out there we've never heard of. The Garber injury just sounded absolutely.
Yeah.
When you got to do surgery within like 45 seconds of the injury, that usually means something's up.
We got one from M. Garver. All it said was ouch. That was it. That was it.
That's a lot. Yeah. Baseball's a funny game. I had no delusions that the Twins were going to do anything in the postseason this year, but I thought they probably would still be in the mix of some sort to get. But I mean, last I looked, if I did my math right, and Dr. Dan rarely does, I think we're like 8 or 9 games out of the last wild card spot.
Remember the second wild card?
Record-wise. Aren't there 3 now, or is there only 2?
Oh, there might be 3 now.
I can't remember how many there are. Whatever it is.
And we're still not
We're
doing
still
well.
8 or 9 out. So that means there's like about we're 11 out of first place. White Sox, I think, were rained out last night, and we obviously lost. We actually lost the series to the Orioles. That wasn't even considered possible in Major League Baseball. And we got so many teams between us. So a lot of people say, well, 10 games, you'd be surprised. It's not just the number of games, it's the number of teams that you're competing against as well. So it's going to be a summer where they're going to have to spin yarns. They're not going to have any choice but to spin yarn after yarn, anecdote after anecdote.
30-year anniversary of the 91 World Series. They could get a lot of run out of that.
Oh, there you go. I forgot about that. I'm surprised the Twins aren't.
Oh, I'm sure they'll have
They got some big plans?
I'm sure they will. Yeah. They have to.
Yeah.
It's 30 years.
Was there a home run derby involving Joe Mauer? Is that true?
It's coming up.
Okay.
It's his charity event.
It's a wonderful cause.
Yeah.
I mean, is the tongue in cheek there, or is it?
You haven't seen him hit the wiffle ball.
Okay.
You haven't seen him do that.
All right. My bad.
And now that he's got like old man strength and dad power, He's pulling the ball all over the place.
Is he bloated?
No.
Oh,
Joe Mauer?
No.
He's got kids, Dan. He's got to stay in shape to chase them around.
All right.
So they tell me.
It's time for Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Do a couple quickies here.
Oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day.
Dear Dr. Dan, another boat cruise on Lake Minnetonka? I'll bring the dice. D. Culpepper. Dear Dr. Dan, at the coffee shop today, I heard you two yahoos were looking to get on my boat. A couple of Fridays from now. You better get a couple of tickets, because if you think you're getting on my boat,
are you nuts?
G. Mason.
You know who needs to be on the Love Vote 2.0? If you're really, again, maximizing it, too?
Who's that?
Herschel.
H. Walker?
Yeah, again, he's got nothing to do with it, but the point is, neither does Robert Griffith.
No, he doesn't.
So what you do is you take, famous or infamous periods in Vikings history. That's what the boat thing should be. G. Anderson.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There you go.
Well, now it's a boat of calamity. You've turned it into the boat of calamity.
Well, because you can't. I don't think you can make it sex boat again. I think all the antenna is going to be up on that.
Yeah.
So you turned it into a calamity boat. You're right. Who's the younger kicker we had who went wide left against Seattle?
B. Walsh.
Yeah, B. Walsh. Bring all the people we associate with. T. Williamson.
Yeah. I think he was on the boat.
Was he on the original Love Boat? Timing is right.
I think so.
Yeah.
2005, I think, was his rookie year.
Did he catch anything?
That's pretty good stuff.
Sorry.
That's funny stuff. There you go. Thank you, Wedding Day Diamonds, for bringing us Dr. Dan's Inbox.
Thank you very much, Wedding Day Diamonds. Top 5 at 5 is coming up. Is that correct?
It is. We'll hear from Billy Guerin.
Oh, any juicy stuff?
There's some Parisi talk. I know that's what you want.
I'm looking for.
Are you nuts?
Are you nuts?